Verse number 45. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Naistrigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdando Nitya Sattvastha Niryoga Kshema Atmavan Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistrigunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdando Nitya Sattvastha Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. So in our previous classes, we were talking about Vyavasayatmika Buddhi and Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Well ascertained and fluctuating. So when we were talking these two concepts, we also need to see very carefully. Shastra highlights how it happens. One is called Sakam, other one is called Nishkam. Sakama means when a person does any action keeping the result as a priority. So focused on result, focused on limited, you can say, result. When a person works, that is called Sakama. So when you are working for a purpose, or you can say completely target oriented, definitely your mind will fluctuate. As you know, target is fluctuating because you are not clear about your target. Even if you are clear about your target, there are many obstacles. So anybody has got Sakama oriented person, definitely that person will have Vyavasayatmika Buddhi. Whereas when you have a Nishkama Buddhi, so Nishkama means here you do the same karma with Yoga Buddhya, because here is Karma Yoga, with Yoga Buddhya, with a healthy attitude for your growth, for purification of the mind, for availability of mind. Because anyway, whatever karma you do, the result you will get back, don't worry, okay? This is karma theory. Whether you want or not, whether you focus on or not, what you do, see, it's like, if I clap, you may not hear the sound, because if you are somewhere sitting physically, but if your mind is somewhere, you may not hear sound. But the pain on my hand will be there, okay? You understand, the way I hit, at least the pain in other palm will be there. Because this is my karma. So karma will bring its result, there is no doubt in it. But behind the karma, what is attitude? Am I target oriented or am I growth oriented? That only determines your buddhi, that becomes your well ascertained buddhi or fluctuating buddhi. So that was in essence we discussed last two classes, especially last 3 verses. So while discussing this point, now in this verse number 45, which is very nice, this is the beauty of scripture. That's why we call Veda as a scripture, not all other text. This is the difference between scripture and religious text. As I have highlighted many times, that every religion has their scriptures. For example, for Christianity, Bible, for Islam, Quran, for Buddhism, Tripitaka, and whatnot. But technically, if you ask me, and of course they will say for Hinduism, there are many scriptures. This is called half-baked language, knowledge. Actually, here only we accept in Hinduism, if you want to talk, Vedas and Bhagavad Gita. Why Bhagavad Gita? Because Bhagavad Gita gets the status of Veda. That is a long discussion. I think we have done many times. Except Bhagavad Gita and Veda. Let us say Veda and Bhagavad Gita. That's the right word, okay? Not Bhagavad Gita and Veda is wrong, okay? Each word, can you see the difference? You have to be very careful while using the sentence or words when and how. So Bhagavad Gita, not Bhagavad Gita and Veda, no. Veda and Bhagavad Gita. All other are called religious text. For example, we have Manusmriti, called religious text. We have Puranas, called religious text. So also when we try to compare, if you understand this methodology, definitely in Christianity, Bible will come under religious text, not under scripture. In Quran, whatever Islam, that will not come as scripture, it will come under religious text. One has to be very clear and careful. Why? Please understand, this is the clue here I am giving it. The religious text always highlights and exaggerates. It is that like no common way of looking at called biography and autobiography. Unless you come across one idiot fellow's autobiography, okay, that's another thing. So, biography is something to praise someone. Whereas autobiography means to present as it is. Means which also will be which involves criticism. That's why if you come across any autobiography with criticism, that is not autobiography, that is called another novel book. And of course there are politicians write autobiography just to get a political mileage, that is another thing, let me not get into that, okay? That's different type of biography. However, coming back here, religious text is exactly like biography, whereas scripture is like autobiography. Just I am trying to compare you, give the understanding of scripture and religious text. So scripture itself also criticizes scripture, whereas religious text will never criticize, always will highlight its text and related to the text. Now here it says, Veda, the scriptures, related to Triguna, the subject matter of Veda, is in the sphere of three gunas, Sattva, Raja and Tama. In fact, they are the cause of your bondage. Can you see how Veda talks about itself? Veda, no doubt in it, but in the form of especially karma kanda, ritualistic portion of Veda, do talk about three gunas, Sattva, Raja and Tama. Related to that, karmas have been classified. Related to that, the result is getting manifested. So that means all karma kanda, in short, is related to these three gunas and again related to bondage. That is very clearly mentioned, the first line. Being this, because as long as if you observe, whole life is struggling or jumping from one guna to another guna. The best example is morning. Getting up, you understand? That's why I did like this, okay? From tamas to rajas, you understand? Oh God, I have class, morning class. Why can't Swamiji give little break longer? For him, convenient 11 o'clock. Why can't he make it little, 12 o'clock at least, so that it will be little late for us? You understand what I am trying to say? He doesn't have anything. Simply he's sitting and his fixed time, 11 o'clock, we as though we are donkeys, we have to listen to him. Okay. And if I don't attend the class, problem. If I attend class, problem, then what to do? Just I am trying to highlight that how in the morning you try to shift from one state of mind called tamas to another state of mind called rajas. Sometimes through meditation, you try to again struggle to shift your mind from rajas to sattva. Again, back and forth. Because sattva directly goes back to tamas. Because after meditation you sit. You understand? So you slip off. Okay? So when you slip up, from sattva directly jumps where? To tamas. And if you don't sleep, do you understand? Eyes means eyes blinking, everything. That mind is running, everything is happening. So that means what? Again, from sattva, you are jumping to rajas. Just example sake I am giving. This is a technical, this is a general example. Veda talks in the form of karma kanda, entirely different examples. Including any yaga you do, any ritual you do. Whether it is a dasapurnamasa, whether you do any yaga, all yagas are related to this concept of what? Three gunas. And remember, this three guna is the cause of the bondage. That's why, O Arjuna, don't stick to this. So what you need to do? Nistre gunyah. This is the most important point. That means you need to grow out of it. You need to be free from these threefold qualities. That means don't oscillate. Don't keep moving backward and forward from one guna to another guna. You should see the growth. And that is what a sadhaka, life is not to fluctuate. It is not like, peak and valley, peak and valley, peak and valley. It's not like, it is common people life. If you want to be excited in your life, please understand, excitement presupposes definitely depression or follows depression. I am using this word. Excitement presupposes either depression or follows depression. Because it is a cycle. When a hub keeps moving, there are spokes. Sometimes the spoke will go up, again will go down. So also the excitement and depression. It keeps fluctuating. So if you are looking for excitement, definitely, if not today, tomorrow you will be depressed. Have you not observed this in your life? Or if you are depressed, again you will be excited. So that is not the growth. So we talk here, you should have very smooth growth. Somebody said beautifully, Swamiji, how should be the life? Life should be boring. If life is not boring, that means you are not growing. If there is excitement in your life, it is not life. It is your fancies. Remember this point. And you love it. Or every time, you struggle without struggle. It's like, you eat more for tongue. Then what you do? Pour machine. So you increase your put on weight. Then pour machine has to weigh. Then you get a machine walking without walking, running without running. You understand? Hey, why to eat more and why to reduce? Hey, better to reduce eating itself. Just example sake I am saying. So life should be boring, means there is no excitement, there is no falling down. That's why when you discover there is no activities in your life, life is just life, that means you are growing. This is what is being highlighted. Nistraigunyaha bhava. Oh Arjuna, be free from all sort of ups and downs, all sort of excitement and depressions. Because if you look at happenings in your life, anytime, please understand, anytime if you look at some type of happening in your life, it's exactly, I always say, because the Swamijis are very smart, okay? I can tell you only. Like any program happens, in fact, when I go with all of, wherever I move, whether it's Italy or Romania or Chennai, wherever I travel, wherever I go, you people are excited. Wow, Swamiji is coming. Wow, happy, happy, happy. Because he's coming, this is to be done, that is to be done. All excitement, you understand? Then what happens? The day I leave. You understand? So the excitement, please understand, follows what? Depression or not? Just be clear with this example. That's why Swamiji are very smart. They keep traveling. They don't stay in one place. Okay? That's why if you look at any function, there will be a lot of activities. Why I am giving this example? Because here there is a function after 2-3 days. So there will be huge crowd here. So now the place is very active. Suddenly place becomes active. Okay? On first it will get over. Night. I'm not telling you jokes. On first night around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, hardly 2-3 people, as we were there, that many people. Second, there will be nobody. Very calm. Then only will think of, oh, so nice, so good, what is happening, what is not happening. You understand what I'm trying to say? So, what I'm highlighting here is, through all this example, you don't have to look for excitement in your life. If something happens differently, but never ever look for. Let it happen as per prarabdha, if you want to name it. But don't try to manipulate prarabdha, okay? That also we are capable of doing it. What can I do? This is my prarabdha. You understand? That's not right either. Because you know whether you are manipulating your prarabdha or not. That you know only, nobody can say. So that's why that Nistrigunya Bhavarjuna, or here any one of you, Bhava, may you become free from all these 3 gunas. Don't come under the spell of any of this quality. Because if you come under any of this quality, again you are bound. You are subject to, please understand, you are subject to what? Dvanda. Dvanda means pairs of opposite. So that which starts with 2 types of pairs of opposite. One is external, other one is internal. So here we are talking, you are subject to internal pairs of opposite, like pain and pleasure. So as long as you are under the spell of these 3 qualities, If you are working, oh, now let me, this sometimes do little, that has no value, okay? Do little japa, do little puja, do little, this thing doesn't work. You only keep fluctuating. You understand what I'm trying to say? So here, you have to be really careful that the pairs of opposite, in short, is the cause of sorrow. Both pain and pleasure is nothing but sorrow. Have you not observed? After pleasure, there is sorrow. And if there is no sorrow, there cannot be pleasure either. So that just pleasure is just another type of measurement in mind. That's why the sorrow, level of sorrow changes. The depth, I would rather say depth of sorrow changes. Because today small things makes you sorrow, tomorrow same thing will not, because you will be immune to that situation. Same thing also with reference to pleasure. First day you ate one ice cream or one chocolate. Now ice cream summer is coming, that's why ice cream. Example. So one ice cream, wow, so nice. Next day what happens? Little more or little change. All are the simple ice cream. I need pistachio. I need some other ice cream. You understand what I am trying to say? So that is how the pleasure also gets immune to your system. It keeps changing. So that's why it says dvandha is the cause of sorrow. So there are two types of dvandha, pairs of opposite. One is internal, as I told you, pain and pleasure, which is completely related to what? Three gunas. Other types of pairs of opposite is called external. They are called Shita Ushna. Shita means cold, Ushna means hot. So this with reference to Shita and Ushna, he said Nirdvandha also. May you become free from. May you grow out of pairs of opposite. How? Okay, internally I can grow out of it. What about external growth? For example, with reference to cold, I need some warm cloth. With reference to hot, I need something air conditioning or at least some more water. So how to manage that? There also is being highlighted that you should not, this is called sadhana, allowing your body, you should not get really crazy for the cloth to protect yourself. You need cloth, you need to plan, but because you don't have, that must not spoil the day or life. Allowing the body, you'll be shocked and surprised to know and see your system. That is how the statistic says that this corona, India is not that much affected. Now again it is picking up. There is another reason, I don't want to talk. The reason is why now new budget has come, so good money has come, okay? So now again lockdown will start, already started. So it is all about nothing but how much fund is there based on that corona, okay? I'm sorry to say, but this is what my understanding. I may be wrong. So coming back here, if you look at the Indian body is much better or is able to fight with corona better than any other place. I have seen for myself, just I am sharing how it happens. There was a time I was able to drink any water. I have drank literally canal water. Sometimes in those water will be, all these chemicals and whatnot, makes no difference, nothing was happening. But now if I take just a bath in the river, I have a fever. I'm just trying to tell, because the body is so comfortable. In fact, last 2 days I'm just sharing with you, I am now working, I'm going to river to take bath, and I started. I said, look, let it get acquainted with it. What is wrong in it? So what I am highlighting from my personal experience here is, including this heat and cold, called external pairs of opposite, is partially depend upon, unless there is extreme, partially depend upon you. The body responds based on your mind. Why and how? I'll give you a beautiful example. Let me share. These are the point to understand. This is the called life tip. Here, sometimes elderly people give beautiful tip. Today, when I was going to take bath, this is called real bath, okay, not shower. Really bath means when you go to river, look now, water is flowing in a very good speed. You enter nice, enjoy for some time. You see the sunrise, rising sun and whatnot. This is called, luxurious bathtub, okay. So, however, they said, Swamiji, please make sure, they in their language, drink little bit water. Because generally we do, because when we offer the water to Surya, by default we drink 3 sips. That is the rule, automatically. So they said, look, Swamiji, you have to drink little water. Because if you drink that water while taking shower, bath there and take water, you will not catch cold. How? Then we had discussion very nicely. I think I have given this example. Like a few days back, I had given this example. Like a cat killed a poisonous snake. So when the cat killed the poisonous snake, it was a really interesting thing to watch. Killed. So while killing, definitely, because that cat did not have stick, did not have anything, with the leg managed. Now when killed, definitely the snake must have bitten, not might have, must have bitten the cat. There is no doubt in it. Now there is poison in the cat body. The cat is supposed to die. But what cat did, interestingly, he finally, after killing, ate the head of cat. So when the cat ate the head of cat and later on vomited, that's another point. Now what happens? There is venom, and from the head, anti-venom. And it neutralized. And cat is alive, everything is perfect. Nothing will go away wrong. So how can you see this? How the body responds to external pairs of opposite? This is the example, nothing else, okay? So you should be smart and intelligent enough to look at the external pairs of opposite. And of course, internal pairs of opposite is completely under your mind. So that's why he says, Nididhyasanam bhavaha. That's not enough. That's why what happens? Nitya sattvastha bhavaha. That's the most important point. So the whole growth is, this is called nishkama karma. Sakama karma will make you to fluctuate from one guna to another guna. Sometimes tamas sleeping. You understand? Fighting, running. Of course, rajasic. Meditation, just I am giving you examples, like, okay, don't take it literally. Little sattva. Sattva pradhana, raja secondary. Primarily sattva, secondary raja. So always it is intermixed. But here niskama means, we'll see next one, make sure you are proceeding towards more and more sattva. Because when you proceed more and more towards sattva, you will discover it becomes boring. You understand what I am trying to say? In fact, there will be no occasion for you to laugh, because there is no need to laugh. Have you not observed in a public? That person laughs loudly who has got more suppression or depression. Unless you are depressed or suppressed, you will not laugh loudly. It's a truth. You can see for yourself. So that's why here is being said, work on to see the growth, to approach towards more and more sattva. So when you start approaching towards sattva, where, please understand, you are completely independent of anything and everything. And how it can be possible? He gives the next point, because all these points are very tight here. Automatically you can become nitya sattvastha when you don't have yoga and kshema. So niryoga kshema bhava. So what is yoga and what is kshema? Because this is yoga kshema vahamyaham. One word will come later on. This is the emblem, this is the main point is being put in our life insurance, LIC. Yoga kshama vahamyaham. So I will take care of you, deposit money on me, with me, not on me, with me. I will take care of your yoga and kshema. So this is our insurance company of India, okay? So you invest with me, I will take care of everything. So what is yoga and what is kshema? Very beautifully, that apraptasya prapti, that which has not been gained to gain is called yoga. And again, whatever you have gained already, whatever is with you already, to protect, to maintain that is called kshema. This is a technical term. That's why yoga has got different meaning altogether. You have to look at contextually. So yoga kshema means two words. Yoga means what? What you have not achieved. Like for example, I have not achieved my hair as a grey, okay? So I have to color it. As nowadays every sort of color is there, okay? So because I have not achieved this grey hair, so now let me color to have grey hair. Generally very people do grey hair, they will do black hair, okay? That's another thing. Now, once somehow I have got black hair, that's the beautiful example, okay? Because by coloring. Now every now and then, every day I have to see whether it is okay or not. I have to maintain it. You understand? That's more painful, okay? And whole life is what? Only working for, mainly for kshema and sometimes yoga. You understand? So that means all your life, morning you get up with kshema and yoga once in a while. So if you are working only for kshema, who is stupid? Now look at your body. Is your body under your control? Can you protect your body? Forget out the internal part. That is more complicated. The machine is so complicated, you cannot think of. The doctors still now don't understand what is there, what is not there. They guess. Physically, you are going. Just somewhere something happens because of your high heel ladies especially. Suppose leg twist. Just, okay, matter of fraction of second, leg twist. Then what happens? There is hairline crack. 2 months. You understand? Rest. See, it is not in your control. Can you see this point? Just I am giving you a practical example. Before twisting and after twisting, that fraction of second, have you ever observed? So that means protecting your body is not under your control. Can you see this point? What you call as your body, You are taking care of it very nicely. In fact, you are working only for your body. I'm sorry to say, you are working only for your body, nothing else. That's why whoever is related to your body, whatever is related to your body, for them you work. If something is not related to your body, not related to your related to your body directly, you will not work for that person. You will not work for that object, please. You work only for your body. Now, if this is the truth, the body is not under your control. In fact, you cannot protect your body by yourself. So that means the kshema, I'll take some more minutes today, extra. So that means kshema is not under your control. But you want to protect. It's like one crazy fellow was there called Hercules. Okay, he was one of the craziest person in my understanding. What he did? He carried the globe on his shoulder. You understand? Hey, who are you to carry? He's the best example of, working for kshema. So that means you need not. But at the same time, you cannot allow to destroy either. That is called, balance check. So that's why when you have trust, this is the trust comes. When you have trust, the pressure of kshema reduces. Can you see this point? The more you have trust, the more, or I would rather say, the less pressure you will have for your kshema. Whereas when you don't have trust, yes, but you have trust also on you, on your mind, okay? That is also another type of trust, okay? Here trust means trusting God, trusting the scripture, that what we call as Shraddha, and the teacher and teaching tradition. Other than your mind. Because the more you trust your mind, the more you will be engaged in kshema. Then your mind gets tired of kshema. You need some change. You understand? You want something new, something different. Then you go for yoga. So that person goes for more and more yoga and kshema who does not have trust. Can you see this point? Or rather, who has more trust on one's own mind. That's better word, okay? The more you have trust in your mind, in your thinking, the more you will go crazy for yoga and kshema. That's why he says, Niryoga kshemavan bhavaiti. May you become free from, may you not waste your time with reference to yoga and kshema. Can you see this point? Hey, who are you to protect? You are protected. It is like no marriage. I always say this point. You think you have decided to marry. Hey, you have decided or you are decided? Did you choose or you are chosen? Everybody thinks, I have chosen. Hey, stupid, don't tell that you have chosen. You are being chosen. Can you see this point? So that's why Niryoga kshamavan bhavaiti. Be free from both yoga and kshema. And how it can happen? He says beautifully, that time Atmavan bhava. Final word he says. So Atmavan bhava means be with one's own self. Be the master of one's own self. So when you have this trust on these three aspects, the Ishvara, Shastra and Guru, in short called Shraddha. That's why Shraddhavan lavate jnanavit. Only the one who has Shraddha, the one who is endowed with Shraddha gains knowledge, not any other person. not the one who trusts, believes. The mind, that person, yes, will have a lot of informations that will create a problem more and more. That's why what you need to do, when you do all these things, definitely you become master of yourself. The mind starts listening to you. Not that you have to listen to your mind. Please understand this point very clearly and carefully. You have to make sure the mind has to listen to you. Don't allow yourself to listen to your mind. And whenever mind pushes you, forces you to listen to you, take a break. If you cannot take a break, mind makes you restless, do japam. Take up the mantra, sit down. Yes, look, mind, let me listen to you, I'll listen to you. Let me do at least 108 times. After 108 times, when you look at it, you will discover the strength of mind has to come down. If the strength of mind does not come down, again take up, okay, you stupid, again you are smart, okay, 108 times, 108 times. If you do 2-3 times like this, you will discover the strength of your mind will come down. Then only you will understand whether you are listening to your mind or mind listens to you. So make sure, let my mind listen to me. And the more my mind starts listening to me, the more I see my growth. More of it we'll see tomorrow. Please close your eyes. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.